Hello dear students, today is our day 2, video 3 of class 10th chapter Our Environment. So today we will study about food chain. What is food chain? A chain or sequence of organisms where transfer of energy occurs in the form of food from one trophic level to the other, or we can say from one organism to the other. What are these trophic levels? These trophic levels are the steps of food chain as visualized over here. The first level of food chain is always acquired by plants because plants are the only organism which can utilize sun's energy to convert inorganic raw material into organic ones by the process called photosynthesis. After that, these green plants are consumed by primary consumers. In case of primary consumers, we consider herbivores which are directly dependent on plants for their food source. After that, we are having secondary consumers. These secondary consumers are those organisms which will depend on primary consumers directly and on plants indirectly. After that, we have the tertiary consumers. These tertiary consumers are those organisms which eat other animals but are not eaten by any other animal. For example, us, human beings. There is one more category written over here, that is decomposers. These are such kind of organisms which have the ability to convert organic matter into inorganic matter. That inorganic matter is then mixed in soil for performing nutrient cycling, and these nutrients are then further available to plants to prepare their food. So this is the sequence of organism in which each and every organism is dependent on each other for food or the transfer of energy. Next, we have to study about the features of food chain. Here it is mentioned sun. Sun is the ultimate source of energy. Sun's energy is used by plants to prepare their food. Whatever the radiations are coming on the earth's surface, out of that only 1 to 2% is available for plants to perform photosynthesis. Such kind of radiations are called as PAR. PAR means photosynthetically active radiations. Fine. So here food chain, there is always occurs unidirectional flow of energy because producers are the only organisms which are having the ability to capture sun energy and get transferred into other trophic levels. Then the levels or the trophic levels in a food chain, they are restricted to 4 to 5 trophic level because from producer to the last consumer, their always energy decreases progressively from one trophic level to the other because your food chain follows a particular law which we call as 10% law, which was given by Lindman. This 10% law states that average amount of energy, that is 10%, is always transferred from one trophic level to the other, and the 90% of energy is always utilized by particular organism for performing their metabolic activities, or it will be released out in the form of heat. So here, for example, producers are having 1000 joule of energy, then the primary consumer will receive only 100 joule. Then secondary consumer will receive only 10 joule, and after that tertiary consumer, they will receive only 1 joule. As we observe here, the energy is decreasing progressively to the last trophic level. That's why our food chain is restricted to 4 to 5 trophic levels. Fine. So here they follow only 10% law. Fine. Types of food chain is also there, that we will consider tomorrow. So before that, let's revise all. What is food chain? The food chain is a chain or sequence of organisms where the transfer of energy in the form of food occurs from one organism to the other. That particular organism acquires a particular position in the food chain, and that position is known as trophic level. Or in simple terms, we can say that steps of food chain. All these organisms we studied yesterday in case of biotic components of ecosystem. So producers, they are utilizing only 1% of energy for preparing their food and then transferring energy to primary consumer, then secondary and tertiary consumer. Decomposers, they are meant to convert organic matter into inorganic matter they are increasing the soil fertility. Here one question arises for you, that is, plants utilize nitrogen to increase their growth and development, but they are not utilizing nitrogen from the atmosphere. Some organisms are providing that nitrogen to plants to maintain their good health. So there is one question for you. You have to comment me in my comment box that प्लांट्स जो है वो नाइट्रोजन किस फॉर्म में सॉइल से एब्सॉर्ब करते हैं ताकि वो अपना प्लांट प्रोटीन फॉर्म कर सके. फाइन. द फीचर्स, सन utilize 1% as PAR. PAR is the photosynthetically active radiations which are used by plants to perform their photosynthesis. Then there is unidirectional flow of energy. Unidirectional flow of energy means only fixed transfer of energy is there. That means food chain is following 10% law given by Lindman, जिसमें से 10% आगे ट्रांसफर हो जाएगी और 90% it will be released in the form of heat. So that's all for today. Tomorrow in our next video I will share you, we will study about types of food chain. Okay, thank you.